So hello and good afternoon, everyone. So thank you again for joining this free online lesson. My name is Nabi Fikri Ben Shaizan. I'm an application engineer for AutoCAD systems. So for today's this free online lessons, I will talk about the electromechanical syncs, which allow you to sync information from Inventor and as well as for the AutoCAD Electrical. Right, let's take a look on our agenda for today. So this will be the things that we are going to take a look on. So there are two software that involved with this, right? One is Inventor and the other one is AutoCAD Electrical. So first of all, we're going to take a look at the Inventor Electrical Catalog. So what it does is that Inventor allows you to access the electrical catalog data, which is actually from the AutoCAD Electrical, right? So this is not actually from Inventor, right? But you can access the AutoCAD Electrical Catalog. And then we're going to create a electromechanical files that allow you to link between Inventor and also AutoCAD. And we're going to put some electrical parts inside and going to sync. So first of all, we're going to sync with the Inventor sync, and we're going to also sync with the AutoCAD Electrical. So there will be data between these two shared. And then lastly, we're going to just generate automatic wire across different software. So for example, if I already create that from Inventors, I can automatically create it inside of AutoCAD. So if you don't know how to get the AutoCAD Electricals, so AutoCAD Electrical is actually part of the industry specialized toolset. It's not the vanilla version of AutoCAD. So it's not the normal version, but you can get, if you buy the AutoCAD, the full versions, you will get the electrical toolset as well, right? So if you get the AutoCAD LT, then you might not have the electrical toolsets. So other than that, you can also access it from the product design and manufacturing collections. So if you get the product design and manufacturing collections, not only that you have the AutoCAD with industry specific toolset like here, you will also get the rest of the software list down here, including Inventor Professional, Inventor CAM, and so on. So over here, we have the AutoCAD Electricals, and we have the Inventor that we're going to take a look. So right now, we can take a look at some of the example. Let me share my Inventor. All right, so from here, I have the sample for the Inventor files. I have some electrical parts inside. I don't have any wiring yet. I do have the cable inside, but no wiring yet. So right now, let's say if I would like to access the file from the AutoCAD Electricals. So with that, you can go to the Inventor here, and under the place here, if you drop down, you have the electrical catalog browser. So this one allow you to access the catalog file, which is created by using the AutoCAD Electrical. So you can just click over here. So first of all, I cannot find any catalog database, so I can locate the location for the catalog browser, right? So from here, I can just click at the gear button here. It will pop up this configure database, and I can select the primary electrical catalog database from here. So just click browse here and find the location for the catalog data. So let me just find it, have it on the desktop. Here, so I have this, right? So this will be my catalog browser over here. So I can just open it from here. So when I click OK, and you will find electrical parts, right? Electrical browser information right over here. So first of all, I would like to import, let's say, a motor starter. Let me just find a motor starter from here. And I can select on which type of information from the motor starter here. So I'm just going to leave it as AB. So this will be the motor starter for the AB, which is Allen Bradley over here. All right, so if you see here, this catalog here kind similar with the AutoCAD Electrical. So if you use the AutoCAD Electrical and then you use the catalog browser, then you should be able to see something like this. Right, so right now I'm like to import that files inside. So I can just click over here and then I can click at the 3D part over here. So most likely you will not see this 3D part, but if you want to, you can create your own 3D part first using Inventor, and you can just click at the three dot over here for browse the location for your part. Right, for my case, I already have that 3D model over here. So if you want to link that 3D model directly so that I don't have to create a browser, what you can do is that you can add it inside of this catalog early on. So you can just edit. And when you edit this, right, so you can edit the information over here. And specifically, if you take a look here, you have the symbol for 2D and also symbol for 3D. So for the 3D one, this one already being linked with the 3D model that I have. So I can just directly use from here. So it will pop up this 3D model. So I can just drop here and let me just snap that on top of this enclosure assembly here. All right, so let me just make a little bit more adjustment. Right, so I have my parts imported from the catalog browser. So now the next thing is what I would like to do is that I would like to save this information into electromechanical files that can be synced with the AutoCAD Electrical. So currently I also have AutoCAD Electrical open up. So I have this file here, and this file I would like to link it with the Inventor over here. So what you can do is that you can find at the top here, we have the electromechanical tab over here, and you can select electromechanical link setup. So over here, allow you to link the file with the electrical mechanical file. So if you already have, then you can open the existing one. You can link that to the file, but currently this will be the start. So I will create a new one instead. Create, and let me just name this one as a Inventor and AutoCAD Electrical Electromechanical. Right. And this will be the location. So I'm just going to put it on this folder here, and you click create, save, and once done, I should have able to have access to location view from here. So let me just close this one first. And now I'm able to select this location view. So what this does is that it allows you to see what are the file has been saved into the electrical mechanical link here. So currently I have this list here. So you can see this is actually a Inventor list. And if I take a look at the top here, I also have another Inventor list over here. So this one is currently have an electrical information or electrical properties inside. So it's put directly inside of this electrical folder down here. So currently I already have added this motor starter over here, but it does not add it inside here. But what I can do is that I can find my motor starter from here. So I just need to make sure that it has some electrical properties down here. So if this does not, if you just right click and does not pop out, what you can do is that you can also right click directly from here and then just select electrical properties. All right, so for the installation and location, so I'm just going to leave it on the electrical AB here. Location will be cabinet. And the category from here, this one will be the motor starter. Let me just find back again, motor starter. And I have this catalog data here. So if I want to, I can look up at the catalog browser. So let me just type in the same name, AB. And I can select here, and so automatically it will fill in the information from that catalog. So when I click OK, then you should start to see that the motor is now has been added down here. So if you see that there are several other items such as this panel here, it does not list inside here. So the reason why is because this one does not have an electrical property inside. So if you want to, you can just right click at the part and just assign electrical properties, or you can assign a pin connector, indicate that this item is electrical. So since this one does not have electrical properties, it will not be listed inside here. Right, now that's done. So I already have the motor starter here, and I can sync this into the electromechanical files. So there will be a button down here. So you can just click down here, and now it syncs inside. And you can see the date and the times of the sync. If you want this to be done automatically, you can click at the settings here and make sure it's, so this one does not have a timer, but it will sync automatically every time you save. But inside of AutoCAD Electrical, you should have a time that you can adjust from there. All right, so I'm going to go to the AutoCAD Electrical now. So to access that location view, you can select the location view from here, but currently it's still empty, nothing appear yet. It's because we haven't linked that. So inside of AutoCAD Electrical, you also have the electromechanical tab at the top here. So that will be similar with the Inventor. So just click over here. And if you want to create new, you can create. But we already create that. So I'm just going to link with the file that we have created before. So I believe I put over here, right? So I can just click open. And down here, you can specify which is the preference of informations. So usually the file will be, most people will make AutoCAD as a priority because we can create a schematic over here. So I'm just going to leave it as AutoCAD Electrical, and I can click close. So now it has linked with electrical mechanical setup. If you want to unlink that, then you can just click over here and you can also unlink from there. But for now, I'm going to access that file. So if I go to the location view, I should be able to see the electrical AB over here. Now you should be able to see that I have this Inventor file, Inventor icon over here. And this one will be the AutoCAD icon or the AutoCAD electrical icon. So I want to see this AutoCAD file as well, or AutoCAD icon over here as well, inside of Inventor. So I can just sync. If I open back my Inventor and I can click sync down here, then you should be able to see the AutoCAD information from here. But so if I take a look here, so we have the motor starter, we have the PJ6, which is this one, we have PG7, we have this terminal over here. Right, so we have terminal for the AutoCAD. We also have the same thing, terminal for the Inventor. So this letter we can sync. But for now, I have added the motor starter inside of Inventor. I don't have yet inside of AutoCAD Electrical because I create that from the Inventor. Now I want to ensure that that file is also available from here. So what you can do is that you can select the Inventor file and right click and you can select insert from catalog browser. Now you see it is actually similar with what we see from the Inventor. So again, that one will be the AB. So we just select AB. I think this is the same. Okay, so let me just create this one. So again, if you want to have an icon, so you can just edit from here, just make sure that it has some symbol already created. And once you right click, the symbol should appear from here. Okay, mine does not appear probably because I'm using different standard for the symbols, which is currently if I check on the properties, sorry, not the property, yeah, the properties from here. Currently, I'm using the JIC. So when I input this one, I cannot see it from the top here. So probably because this one using different format. But that's okay, you can just use this button down here to select the existing symbol that you have over here. So for the motor starter here, I'm just going to use this symbol. And I'm going to just put it right over here. Okay, so again, you can just put the description if you want to. In this case, I think I'll just leave it. Oh, let me just put stop instead. Sorry, this one. Okay. Oh, so when I click OK, so the information should have added inside here. So I can save if I want to. Then you should be able to see this link symbol indicate that this item exists in AutoCAD and also in Inventor. So that is the indication that this item has been linked between AutoCAD and also Inventor. Again, if you want to adjust the sync button, we have the setting here. You can select whether you want to sync for every 50 minutes, 30 minutes. You can just select from here, or you can just select the button sync from down. And from the Inventor, you should be able to see it when I sync again. Now we should be able to see this link button. So if I go back from here, if I want to add new item, previously we've done that from Inventor. So this time I want to do it from the AutoCAD. So I want to add some new item from here, maybe a capacitor. So for capacitor over here, I'm just going to use these Autodesk capacitors. And I'm just going to use this symbol from here. And I will put the capacitor over here. So if I sync it, you should be able to see the capacitor over here, but sometimes you don't see it. Sometimes you need to save, but I now have the capacitors added. So I could go back into Inventor, sync, and I have these capacitors. And now I would like to put this inside the Inventor. So again, you can just right click, insert from catalog browser. And I can just click this button over here. So for this case, I believe I can just keep. And let me just put it right over here. So that is the capacitor added directly from the AutoCAD Electricals. Now I have it inside of Inventor as well. So let me just connect these two. Right. So we have the capacitor, we have this motor starter, and now I would like to sync with the rest of this item here that already exists between these two. So if I take a look here, let's say PJ7s, I already have the 3D model over here, and also the 2D model from the AutoCAD, PJ7, PJ7s. So what I can do is that I can just right click at the AutoCAD one. And instead of insert from catalog browser, I can assign to existing in assembly. So I'm going to assign to this item. Then you can see it is now linked together. And same goes with the PG6 here. And if I sync, I can do that the same thing with the from the AutoCAD Electrical. So if I go back into AutoCAD Electricals, okay, so several things has been synced. Now I would like to do the same directly from AutoCAD Electrical. So I can just right click at the Inventor models, right click, and I can select, I can assign to existing in drawing. So that will be this terminal 1. This one will be terminal number 2. This one will be terminal number 3. And this one will be terminal number 4. So most of this has been linked. But if you see here, we still have several exclamation mark over here, this warning indication here. This one allow you to detect if there's still other information that not yet put inside over here. One example here, if you take a look, I have this wiring inside of AutoCAD Electricals. This PG6 here, we have wiring connect to PG7s, connect to the terminals. But if you take a look at the inventor, we still haven't had any wiring. This one is not a wire. This just a cable only. Now we would like to add a wire. So usually you can just go to cable harness, and you can, let me just sync. And then you can just create wire over here if you want to. But since we already have the information from the AutoCAD Electrical, you can create it automatically by right click at the folder over here, and then you can select create connections. So it will find the information from the AutoCAD Electrical, and it will connect from pin to pin inside of Inventor. Now you see the wiring has been created. Right, so let's study up a bit. So you can just use automatic rule so that it will include that wire inside of this cable segment. So I'm just going to use automatic routes, and I'm going to unroute all. Okay. So that is the wiring from electrical to Inventor. You can do the same. For example, if from the AutoCAD Inventor, I would like to have, let's say, from connector D connect to PJ6 pin number J over here, right? So for pin D to pin J. So say if I do that manually, so I can create a wire, and this will be in D. And for the PJ6 here, where is the J? Yeah, I believe this is the J, right? And from here, I can specify the informations that I want to. Say I want to use building categories, and the wire here, maybe I want to make yellow, for examples. So I can click OK. So I have this yellow wire. So all I can do is that I can sync. And if I go back to AutoCAD Electricals, and I can sync it. And now I can right click again, same things, same step that you click from Inventor, right click, and then you can select insert connector. And we have the list of information, wire connector, pin. And now I can just select wire in. And it will automatically find the information from the Inventor, and it will put the wire inside. So if you see, the wire should be yellow from the Inventor, but over here is white. So that is because the color layer does not been set. You can do that. You can do it from here. So if I go and edit the wire type, you should be able to see even though the wire is not yellow color, but you can see the information taken from the Inventor. So 9916 yellow. Yeah. Okay, so all I need to do is that I can just change the layer color for the AutoCAD here to make it yellow. Now the wire will become yellow. So other things that you can bring here is that inside of AutoCAD Electrical, you cannot see the wire length because AutoCAD Electrical is for the schematic drawing. It's basically for idea only. But Inventor is where you see the final product that you can see with this cable is connected to here. We have the wiring here. And with this, we can measure what is the length of this wire here. So with that, you can use this display detail and connection from here. Another thing is, if you take a look, we still have several information that's not yet being synced. Okay, let me just sync this one. Okay, so now it's been synced, but we still have several exclamation mark still appear over here. So I believe the wiring should be synced together, so it should disappear. But if you want to take a look at some other information, is that you can select this display detail here. Then you can see, you can try to select. So for example, let's say PJ7 here, and you can see whether there's still some of the informations not appear down here. Same goes with this. Right, so, but other things we can see the connection from here. So if we take a look over here, we have this wire length. So if I select CP6, then we can see the wire length for that. Maybe I just pick the cabinet here, then you can see the wire length for each of these items over here. So this information can be bring into the AutoCAD Electrical. So I can just click at this display detail and connection over here. Right? So detail here, you can, if you have the difference between AutoCAD Electrical, then you should be able to see, and then you can accept which one. Maybe you accept the information from Inventor, or maybe accept the information from the AutoCAD, and it will copy that information. Okay, but the wireline here, you can select at the connections. If you take a look, it should appear at the end here, but if that's not shown, what you can do is that you can just right click and add more, and then you can turn on the wire length. So this is the wire length that we see from the Inventor is now bring that information inside of AutoCAD Electrical. Right, so that is all that I'd like to share with you. So thank you again for joining this free lessons. So I hope I can see you guys again on our next free lesson. So have a nice day and bye-bye.